and he is Laurent Ruby Motion and Mark Ruby author. We talked about Ruby Motion and Mobiruby, and we took the dinner in the Ruby Kaigi. And maybe we have the same goal, but approach is very different. He used LLVM, the compiler based, and extend the Ruby language. But Mobiruby is based on the interpreter based, and we don't extend the Ruby syntax. We use regular Ruby language syntax only. If you want to make application iOS application using Ruby soon, I highly recommend use Ruby Motion. It's a really stable and faster than current Mobiruby. And almost a lot of people have a question: can I use Ruby gems and can I use C Ruby and existing Ruby extensions? No, MRuby does not have compatibility with C Ruby extension APIs, and Matt said don't have a plan to the compatibility layer for the MRuby. It's a really different. Biggest difference is the garbage collection. Probably you need to make MRuby extension from scratch, but very easy than the C Ruby extension. And if you have a Japanese, I want to use this that extension to the tweet. Some people, some MRuby hacker made within the 30 minutes. I post I want MRuby JSON pass as extension. That after the 4 hours later, he made MRuby JSON extension and released it. And the third question, in the Mobiruby, can I use existing Coco libraries? Yes, you can use almost existing Coco libraries. Mobiruby provides transparency with MRuby and Coco classes. Almost library can call from the Ruby layers, and I think the CocoaPod will be good partner for the Mobiruby. I think Mobiruby will release through the CocoaPod library, and it's almost same. Mobiruby can define a new method to the Coco classes. It's a really transparency. And Mobiruby supported iOS 5 and higher version, and probably next version I will support iOS 6 only. iOS 6 is a very good has a very good function for the Coco runtime and dynamic capabilities. And first different with lot of Ruby iOS development toolchain, Ruby Motion, Roses, Looped, and Ruby Coco. I think almost has the same goal, but I think diversity is good. It's one of the Ruby order, I think. But I think Titanium Mobile will release the next version in this year. I contact with accelerator engineers. I will make common some utilities for the Mobiruby and Titanium Mobile. And I want my vision is provide Ruby power to the world, especially the mobile phone development. Ruby made the world and provide to their power to the server-side programming on almost of the most of the layers. I want to provide the Ruby power to the mobile app development. But currently, most bottleneck is my motivation. In 2012, I worked hard for the Ruby and Mobiruby, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 hours per day and 8 or 12 hours in weekend, and 1 or 1.5 years. I'm a little tired. I need to increase my motivation. And first half of this year, I worked less time than last year, maybe 2 or 3 hours per week. Well, I think I need to increase motivation. I think I want the partner or contributors. I'm still alone now. I'm writing code, documents, some publication. I'm stand alone. I'm looking for the Ruby contributor and partner. If you have interest, please tweet or email to me. And it lasts. If you have a question, at last I have time for the question. But my English skill is horrible. If you have technical deeply question, please tweet or make a GitHub issues. And by the way, I have more one topic. First half this year, I decreased motivation for the Mobiruby. Instead, I started a new small project. It's called Life. It's a web-based note-taking application using a Ruby. It's a private project for the resolving my problem. I want to take a note using Markdown syntax, and I want to use archive feature like Gmail, and I want a calendar view. So I want in this golden week, I spend a lot of time to make this note-taking application almost part made in the 2 days, but that 2 days is over 18 hours per day. And I make this application is only for the user web browser. And this application supports mobile Safari and Android browsers. If you have time, please access to the Live. It's a really simple note-taking application. If you it supported Dropbox and Evernote connection and Google Calendar connection. I hope to love it. Thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you so much. Do you have any questions? Anybody?
So thank you for your good presentation. So I have one question. So as you mentioned in early of your presentation, so you have a plan to support Android.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Android has already the same solution, Robot.
Yes,
Robot
I know.
is depending on JRuby.
JVM.
Yeah. So what is the advantage of Mobiruby on Android?
Yeah. I think JVM, the Ruby-based Ruby language is slower than the MRuby. MRuby is running on the NDK. It's I have advantage for the speed than the JVM. And MRuby has a lot of extension through the MRuby gems. You are good networking library and lot of extensions. It's very good advantage, I think.
Thank you.
Okay, please.
Maybe this is my misunderstanding, but I thought interpreter is not allowed in App Store policy. Wrong?
No, 2 years ago, App rejected interpreter-based application, but now Apple is supported interpreter-based, but cannot download from the code or bytecode or source code. Cannot from the network.
I see.
Any other questions? Comments?
We can ask one.
Yeah.
It's a bit technical, but regarding the memory management you
Yeah.
mentioned in the slide, I'm wondering why you didn't take approach to retain from garbage collection heap and on the swipe release.
So I cannot understand you say.
To build garbage collection, in my thinking, natural way to do it is to retain from garbage collection heap.
Yeah.
And when you swipe, you can release it.
Yes.
Why not take that approach?
One is MRuby's garbage collection is still working. I cannot touch, cannot change MRuby's garbage collection code. It's really unstable. Cause I changed the Objective-C garbage collection part only. Cause it's very very difficult. It's very hard. But maybe it's in end of this year, MRuby's garbage collection will be stable. Can make a patch or can make a hook pointer for the MRuby. I can make I can resolve this issue. I can resolve this issue. I think.
Thank you very much.
By the way, who is the Ruby programmer? Please raise your hand. Oh, not
No,
so much.
not so much.
Who is the C programmer? Okay. C.
Objective-C.
C. So Mobiruby is written in C. Objective-C.
Objective-C.
Oh, I see.
And so you contributor need to understand C, Ruby, MRuby, Objective-C, and Objective-C runtime deeply. This part is very hard. App document is almost wrong.
So it is pretty tough for being a developer or contributor to Mobiruby.
Yeah.
Yeah. but you can write some test code or documentation or
Some applications.
Yeah, some sample applications. Yes.
Can you tell me how to the process of release Mobiruby
Yeah.
program on iOS? I mean, do I need furthermore, do I need to also compile the virtual machine? on
Yeah,
the
virtual
phone
machine is.
Or at the same time?
Sorry,
How to release create a application and
Yeah.
release it on iOS? Do
Yeah.
I need to also to combine the virtual machine on App Store at the same time?
Yes, Mobiruby application has Mobiruby is a virtual machine based architecture, and in Mobiruby code the code compiled to the Mruby's virtual machine and combined to the virtual machine and bytecode, and may make iOS application binary.
So then release the
Yeah, for the release.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
By the way, this is announcement about Rakuten Technology Conference. As you may know, we will have a technology conference on 26th. So please invite your friend to join the conference. And our goal is invite more than 900 people. So please invite your friend and let them make a registration. Okay, so thank you.